I totally forgot.
Y'all are good. Welcome to Discord and Dragons. Shit, I already forgot what to say. Hi, I'm Spooky. Today you can call me Hannah, as I am just the DM. Yeah, if you guys want to introduce yourself. Chris, you want to go?
I think you're muted.
Yeah, bullet.
Well,
For a second I was like, what's happening?
My dumbass.
No.
Hi, I'm Chris, otherwise known as Grimoire Games on YouTube. And today I'm going to be playing as the Kobold Wizard Bookwyrm.
Speaking of YouTube, here's his YouTube link. As well as the fact, because I can. Also, Grim runs an Etsy shop for making D&D minis. Here's the link if you want to just follow, but definitely go through Grim for, like, any purchases, because he makes really high quality things. Sean, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Sean, TMGSean on Twitch. I'll be playing Captain Selvot tonight, as usual. We are both he, him. Captain Selvot's fact is when he was a young boy, he used to collect these small pieces of parchment that were really hard that had pictures of creatures on them with, like little statistics and stuff. And it was called Bag of Holding Creatures, or Bagcree for short.
That's cute.
They didn't last long on the boat, but, like, they were there.
Bob, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi. I'm Bob, also known as BloodTeaMess on Twitch. I'll be playing Gwan-Aggi, the Air Genasi monk. Pronouns he, him. Aggi's fun fact of the day is, move this closer. Aggi to this day does not know how to swim. Kurayami has tried to teach him many times. He figures that because when he goes into the water and he doesn't like feel anything, he's just, I don't need to swim. I'll just walk on the bottom.
I don't know.
He doesn't swim. He just walks on the bottom.
I don't know why. When you started off, you kind of sounded like Bane.
I need a can. I need a can.
Wait. Here, I have a can-shaped thing. Take this one.
Hello, Batman. I've come to steal the darkness that I once took as my home. Good Lord. You know, it's weird talking into a can, Batman. I wouldn't recommend talking into a can. Not high on the priority list, no.
Unfortunately, Doshachai isn't able to join us this week. She is going to see twice. Everyone wish her a safe journey and to have fun. And also give her a shout out on my Twitch.
She also almost saw twice.
I love it. -1 to Alex.
Oh, did we reset that?
Oh, no, I forgot to.
All right, so that's one for this
Fancy.
pun. There's one for the pun from earlier, and I believe there was a third pun?
I can't count, Peter. I'm gay.
Hang on.
Right.
Hang on.
No, that tracks.
Hello, we up from the city, yeah?
Liv, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Liv. I forget my passwords very easily. That's a fun fact. And I would be playing Sezia, Brentyr. I'm your Minotaur Barbarian for the night. Thank you for having me. Yeah.
Peter, introduce yourself.
Lydia.
Nice. Hello, I am Peter. I am Spooky's significant other. I had like 3 Martin facts to share with everyone today, but I completely forgot them because I just got back home, and it's been a long day, so...
Hey, that's why you write them down.
I don't need to. I'll remember them. It's fine.
You want to bet, motherfucker?
Martin's fun fact is that he always has great ideas and then forgets them when it actually comes time to use them.
that's fucking perfect.
Okay, but mood?
The Kurayami fact is that Kurayami doesn't trust birds.
All right, we need to have a Kenku party member right now.
No, I
To
had
be
one in my
fair-
last campaign.
To be fair, birds don't exist. They are all government spies.
I fucking knew you were gonna say that. God damn
Birds
it.
are spies. That we're
Yeah, well,
Not-
bourgeoisie.
Not cameras. The birds themselves are spies. When you're not looking at them, they put on like little like top hats and like little have little detective jackets and shit, and just like, I see him. He's over there.
There would
He's
still be birds.
watching video game videos again.
He's watching PewDiePie. Get him.
He's on Pornhub.
Oh shit.
I guess that could be my fun fact. Bookwyrm, before he was Bookwyrm, was going to be an Aarakocra.
That's really cool.
He was almost a bird.
Would have been fun.
You have like a whole thing with dragons, though.
And
Ye-
fish people. And fish people.
True.
Ooh, that gives
Um,
me another character idea.
Ooh. Then we have LeitTheLich. Their mic still isn't working, so I'm gonna talk to them as they type in through Roll20.
Kurayami would have been on edge.
Also, here's the link to Light's treat stream. If you want to support your local lich, go right ahead and send foods to that link. I believe it only works between 11 and 9 Eastern Standard Time. Fun fact about the siblings, they love to play hide and seek with a special someone of their family. And I am Spooky, your daddy master. I actually put that into my fucking Discord and Dragons chat, and I didn't even watch Dungeons and Daddies. I was just like, daddy. I guess that'll be my fun fact. The other one was about pee, and I was just like, I can't do that.
We're not gonna have a little Tinder fact.
Alright, so last time on D&D, you guys had prepared and gotten ready for the gala, while a few other party members were searching for information about what's going on with the conflict between the capital and the rebels. You guys had decided that you needed to rescue all of the animals. And at the gala, Bookwyrm had put an invisible eyeball near Nathaniel Wintergreen to kind of spy on him and just see what he's doing. Although it can't read lips, apparently. So, some of the things is lost.
Big sad.
It's okay. You did your best. Alright, so you guys are currently at the gala. Captain Selvot left off putting as much food as he could in the bag of holding. Kurayami and Aggi were spicing it up on the dance floor. What was everyone else doing?
I got a question.
Yeah.
If there's all sorts of food in the bag now, does that make it a charcuterie bag?
Yes.
I
You
mean,
just pull
all of our
out.
cutting utensils are also in the bag, so yeah, sure.
You just put in a cutting board, and when you take it out, it's all sorts of food just sliced up, laying down on it.
That is magnificent. You know, I would pay money for that. I'm not gonna lie. I would pay so much money for this.
And now I'm craving cheese and crackers.
Cheese and
I'm
crackers.
hungry now.
I want Lunchables too, it's okay.
Yes. The
I
OG
will
charcuterie
fear
board.
that Lunchables would give you cancer. I don't remember, but there was
Everything
something
gives
going
you
around
cancer,
like
it doesn't
that.
matter.
Yeah.
I heard that it was like the dye in it, yeah.
I don't know. My mom
Oh wait,
was
there's
like,
dye in it? I want to die. Let's do it.
my mom
Jesus
gave me
Christ.
Lunchables every day. She was just like, I'm either going to make you a sandwich with only salami on it, or I'm only going to give you Lunchables, and you have that as a choice.
Oh,
Fun fact, Sezia loves Lunchables because they're so salty.
It's
Fun
the
like
fact,
sodium. The
everyone
sodium
here.
really
Sean
does
loves
it.
Lunchables because they're so salty.
Fun fact: I never had Lunchables as a kid because my parents were like, "No, that's overpriced. You can just make a sandwich at home."
Hey
You're
Peter,
probably
Sandwiches
better off
at
for
home.
it.
a late Valentine's Day present is me getting you heart-shaped Lunchables.
Do those exist?
No, they
Not yet, they
pre-made.
don't, but they're gonna
They're
now for
gonna.
marketing.
Lunchables is just like, write that down, write that down.
Because you know what we need? We need consumerism.
Bro, we're not even sponsored by Lunchables, but here we are.
But
You know,
again,
we should be.
Lunchables, hit us up.
I want to be
We get
sponsored
no
by
sponsors at
Capri
all.
Sun, man.
Hey
If you're
Lunchables. Don't forget
if you're-
to put an anti-cuck thing in your
What? Anti what?
so in Dungeons and Daddies, they were doing an ad for like some kind of drink. And they were like, you know what I need this for? And then Will was like, for being cucked. So they were like, yeah, you can't guess on that. There's no clause that says we can't say cuck.
Okay.
It was like
Okay.
half the ad. It was beautiful.
I
I
could
love-
not stop
Watching
laughing.
that series.
No joke, I love their ads just because they're actually just like funny.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I sit and listen to them. Only ads I ever sit and listen to.
I love it. So Benedict and Lana are going around and introducing themselves to everyone and just giving them little flowers with their druid craft cantrip. What's everyone else doing?
I'm not making friends. I'm making enemies with the food table. I'm just eating. I'm just
I'm
eating
making
as much
beats.
as I can.
Same.
I mean those beans.
Oh jeez.
We're making the sweet.
I need
Eating
those
them beans. What the
beans.
fuck?
What the
What the
fuck?
fuck?
Martin is standing by the food table as well and like having a few small snacks and like trying and failing miserably at making small talk.
All right. Did you guys want to role play a little bit, or did you want to like?
Oh, I
Yeah.
have ideas for
Oh god,
food roleplay. I have ideas.
I'm so scared.
Martin,
Yes.
have you tried these? It is Rice Krispie treats with seaweed and these gummy little fishy things. Swedish fish, apparently. You put the
What?
Swedish fish on the rice cracker, right? And then you put the seaweed on top, and it's supposed to be candy sushi. But here's the thing. It doesn't taste like candy. Try
Or
it.
sushi.
Tell me what it tastes like.
I had know none of those words, but I'm intrigued. And I'm gonna try a bite.
Imagine being so privileged you've never heard of a Rice Krispie treat.
So we
Or
actually tried
sushi?
this
Imagine-
at work.
Imagine living in like a forest
Swedish fish.
town that
Brother.
doesn't have like mass-produced sugar because it's the
is-
medieval era.
That is gourmet sushi right there.
Is that real? Because that sounds good.
So
That does sound
it's
really
actually something that we made at work. I think I shared it with my friend Bree and my boss. It's just a Rice Krispie treat with a Swedish fish on it, and then seaweed chip. It tastes salty, and the gumminess from the gumminess and fruitiness of the Swedish fish mixed with the sweetness and gooiness of the Rice Krispie treat kind of makes it taste like a PB&J on top of that saltiness that comes from the seaweed. So it was very strange, but it was a decent snack.
Interesting.
I finished the thing. I didn't, take a one bite, but yeah, I guess Sezia just figured that out as well. I'll say it's not bad, but Martin might have other tastes. If you're if you like
Fine.
PB&Js, then
I mean, Martin's like opinionated on everything, so he'll probably be like, intriguing. Thank you, and like put it back on the platter.
I don't know what to
No, that'd
call
be
it.
impolite. He'd like put it like. He'd probably finish it honestly. He's a pushover.
Oh. Do
I hope
you
no
not
one saw
enjoy
that.
it?
It's a
If it's not to your taste, I will have it.
strange.
I will finish your leftovers. It's good not to waste food. It's also not good to force yourself to eat food you don't enjoy. Don't make the same mistake I did when I tried eating half-cooked calamari. Not a good
That's-
idea.
That sounds terrible.
It may look appetizing, but it's not worth it.
I enjoy it very much. I will have one.
Half-cooked calamari
I'm
is
gonna
called
make an
active
insight check.
spaghetti.
I'm gonna
I'm
make
gonna
a big ol' insight check.
make a deception.
Wait, against each other?
Yes,
Oh, Jesus.
I enjoy it
rolled
a lot.
for 20.
No, that's
You
me.
can do it.
Wait, did we? We both rolled for 20. I rolled a 16 plus 4 and I got a 20.
Oh.
Ooh.
So
So
let's say
Ty goes to the defender?
I draw. So I
Who's-
guess you have suspicions, but like you're
Well,
not sure.
Whose
Maybe?
charisma's higher?
Martin has 16 charisma.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
What's your charisma at?
10.
10? I think Martin would win in that.
Okay.
I think I'll just have
Okay.
one, but I appreciate it.
Glad you enjoy it. And I will then continue on to I'm gonna just scan, the gala. I'll be keeping my eye on Nathaniel, but for the most part, I'm just like standing around.
Oh, Nathaniel left.
Oh right.
He's in his office working.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I'm just gonna be
Bookwyrm quite
chilling then.
literally has an eye on Nathaniel right now.
Yeah.
What
Benedict
was
and
it called
Lana.
again? It was like a. Go on.
Oh, sorry. Benedict and Lana want to know how people react to the flowers. Because they don't have magic. I'd say that they're kind of like taken aback a little bit because they don't know about magic, so they're like, where are you getting these flowers? But they're not outwardly saying anything. They're just being really polite, and they're like, oh, thank you. And then they're just kind of like examining it, like, where the fuck did this come from? Well, yeah. What else did you guys want to do at the gala?
So, question: are people looking at me like as if I'm perfectly normal?
Yeah, people don't really bat a second eye to you just because there are so many different types of well, not creatures, but everyone's like half animal there, so they're like, oh, that must be like a full animal like Nathaniel, and we don't really stare at him. He's kind of normal too.
I kind of fit right in.
You
Well,
do.
Somehow.
What about the rest of us that are a lot more humanoid than animal?
You guys draw some stares. They're kind of looking for like, do they have tails? Where are their ears? Do they maybe have claws? So people just kind of check you guys out, and it's like kind of noticeable, and you're just like,
I'm gonna turn to the group and be like, "Don't worry, I lay snake eggs," and then just continue to what I was doing.
You lay what?
Snake eggs
How?
that are like from a snake.
You
see-
lay
I
them?
don't think
you see some people like, especially the ones with fans, just kind of go and just kind of.
I'm baffled myself. Explain this phenomenon.
I'm not gonna go into it right now for obvious reasons. Thank you.
Captain,
my,
aren't you
my,
just a
my
normal human?
apologies.
Captain, aren't you just like a normal human? Like,
You know, Martin,
I-
we're gonna have a talk later, and I don't think you're gonna.
Captain Selvot.
okay.
Oh, this is the first time I've ever been to a party where a bunch of people didn't stare at me. Oh, this is exciting.
Oh, it's a normal party for me. Everyone should be looking at me, especially with this weird suit thing. But it's quite nice, quite normal. I'd assume. Though some of the stairs are a little bit
A
not.
small child goes up to Bookwyrm and asks if he wants to dance.
I don't really know how to dance, but sure.
You put one foot in front of the other.
So
That's it.
you know, in middle school where you grab hands and just kind of go like this to dance. That's what she's doing with you.
Aww.
Bookwyrm is having the time of his life.
He deserves it.
Pretty cute.
Do you guys do anything else?
What kind of music is being played at the moment?
K-pop.
Kurayami. Yeah, Kurayami
Okay.
had some K-pop in violin being played.
Okay. Okay. That's all I needed to know.
And I doubt she'd be like, as soon as they stop and finish, she'd be like, now play the next song.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, next track, specifically this album. Make sure it's not the demo version. Make sure it's the.
Basically, just think of Kurayami's playlist, and that's basically what's going on.
Okay.
I'm not doing that anymore.
I had something I wanted to say, and then it just left.
Benedict and Lana, dude, and something.
Deal.
They just go in the next bigger group of people that look like interesting animals. Oh,
Is there anybody here who seems out of the ordinary at the gala?
You guys.
I was gonna say Martin, Aggie, myself, Kurayami. Take your pick.
Basically the people around you are just entitled rich people.
So Martin actually fits right in. Never mind.
Exactly.
No, Martin's still stared at because he's full human.
Ha!
And also his suit's a little weird.
Ha!
Hey. I spent 5 minutes making this suit.
It shows!
Well, I think you look good, friend.
I keyed.
I would say Benedict and Lana also fit in as well. They're like, oh, I've never seen this type of animal before, but good for you. Yeah. Do you guys have anything else you want to do, or do you want to go to the next night?
I think that's kind of the gist of what we'd be doing, or at least Martin anyway. Just being
Yeah,
Martin.
I'd say we can move on.
Okay. All right. So you guys finish up. You go to your hotel room. Kurayami immediately rushes to her room, claiming the one that she was fighting Martin with. And she's just like, no, this is my room!
No, it's not!
She wins.
Like, God. She locked the door.
I think she won the upstairs room that had its own balcony.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and the king-size bed.
Yep.
So there are 2 bedrooms downstairs that are connected to the balcony. And then 2 bedrooms upstairs that like don't have any windows or anything because they're more towards the hotel area.
Did the Nathaniel's guards ever give us a phone?
There is one standing outside the door. One of them hands you a phone and he just says, I've been told to stand guard here. And hold on. I've been told to stand guard here and not only protect you guys, but if you need help utilizing this phone, I am to help you.
Okay.
Can we order a pizza on that phone? I'm just
Do we know what
curious.
a
Does
pizza is?
What's
yeah,
a pizza?
does pizza exist?
What's a pizza?
Beats
well,
me.
it is a, depending on what you'd like, deep dish, which is thick crust, or they have thin crust. And they put tomato sauce and cheese, and then different toppings depending on what you want. It's very delicious.
I like cheese.
You
I like
describing
thick.
pizza is making me want pizza now.
Sorry.
Damn it.
You're the one that brought it up. This is
I know.
self-inflicted.
I know,
But
You can't talk
they
about
started
pizza without
going into
wanting it.
detail. Oh, I started thinking, oh, Chicago pizza. Oh,
Mr. Guardman, give me this phone and show me how to dial for pizza, because this sounds
Currently,
amazing.
Bookwyrm has it.
Okay, Bookwyrm, order us a pizza.
Master
just-
Bookwyrm, could I by any chance dial in the Pizza Hut?
I was at the
Harry?
food table.
Is a hut of pizza?
Well,
There's a guy named Pizza the Hut? What?
yeah, Pizza the Hut. He's very famous for his pizzas.
Ah!
Why is he named after a house?
It's just his house. In
Is
fact,
he as big as a house?
his best, or Mr. Hutt's best pizza is called the Rancor. It's very
What would
spicy.
come on
concerning.
this Rancor?
I hand him the phone.
Order us a Rancor.
It's very spicy but deep dish.
I'm here for it. Let's go.
All right, he dials in the pizza place and orders it, puts it on Nathaniel's tab.
Good.
Can I try to watch him put in the number, see how he does it?
Oh yeah, if you ask, he'll just lean down and just like show you what he's doing.
Yeah, I'll ask.
Okay. So he's like, okay, so what you do is, and there's no password on the phone, just because like it's your phone now. He like opens it up and is like, this is where you dial in, this is how you can search things, and he just dials in the phone number to Pizza Hut, and then he calls and does the thing, and within 30 minutes it's there.
Kind of like to imagine like he gave us like an old Nokia.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna dial Nathaniel.
Okay. Oh yeah, he gave you his number on a business card.
So if I
Um,
put these numbers in, it'll
Oh,
get us
man.
Nathaniel?
We could have had Kurayami dial the number to that person from the
Oh,
boutique.
no, she set her up with like a different person.
Oh yeah, right.
Hello, we up from the city, yeah?
Benedict and Lana take the couch and play with the magical stone with a lot of buttons on it, and they accidentally find the volume button, and you just hear "Ah!" for a moment.
Do we have our weapons on us still?
Yeah, you have your weapons on you.
I'm just gonna unsheath my axe and be like, "What was that?"
The guard is like, that's just the TV, don't worry about it.
The what?
Is there anything playing on the TV at the moment?
Before it was like soap operas.
Huh.
Benedict and Lana says this magic is fantastic.
Spooky.
So you dial in Nathaniel's number, and within one ring you hear, "Hello."
Hello, Nathaniel. This is Bookwyrm.
I hear you, Mr. Bookwyrm. How are you doing? How was the gala?
I am okay. The gala was fantastic.
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. Are you back at your room now?
Yes, I am just learning how to use this. Fun.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying. Do you have any questions for me?
No, I was really just testing it.
Okay, well, test away. I'm
Thank
sure
you.
my guard will help you learn whatever you need to with the phone.
Thank you.
He waits for you to hang up.
I wish Kurayami was here so she could prank call the police. And just
How do I hang up?
The guard just goes this button, and he presses the red button.
Oh, I see. Thank you very much.
Do you know the police's number, Sezia?
No.
No.
The only thing I could even possibly think that I probably would if they had any vehicle with their number on it, like I usually see in, like modern vehicles. But I don't know. I don't think she'd remember those numbers. I think she remembers faces more than anything.
Okay.
It'd be really funny to ask, like, excuse me, do you have an number for that the guards that took us in? I think Sezia would like to make a call to them.
Oh,
I know who you are, and I'll find you, and I'll kill you.
do you need the
Caller ID.
guards?
No, I was just curious.
Oh well I'm here if you need some guards.
I think I need some water.
Okay. And then he goes and grabs you some water.
Thank you.
So he's just like straight up in our hotel room now. Like we're not like even by the door or anything. Or did he like leave elsewhere to grab the water and come back?
Do you want to play Uno?
Oh, I really do have to stand guard outside. I'm sorry.
Do you have Bagcree here?
What?
I love bad Cree. What that is?
Oh, really quick. Happy birthday, Zach.
Happy birthday, Zach!
Happy
birthday.
birthday!
Yeah.
Yeah! I hope you're having a good day, buddy.
Yee.
Oh, Zach, I finished the Star Destroyer.
Oh, jeez.
Don't worry,
Well,
no
it's
one
like
can see
Martin
it.
to me, but
Now
There
we
we
can
go.
see it.
it just lives on the bed.
Yeah, it's the size of a small person.
All I can think of is that meme where
You
it's
say
just like
spooky,
me,
it's
my
fine.
girlfriend,
Yeah,
and their giant 3-foot Star Destroyer.
it's 4 feet.
I thought it was 3
There's a
feet.
cat on the other.
Do not measure it. Do not. Peter, do not measure
The speed at which he backed away.
it! I almost yelled your last name.
You know, you're a DM. You have the power to just give Martin damage out of nowhere. I just want to point that out.
I
The
mostly
DM
just want to
giveth
beat him
and
up.
taketh away.
1d4 psychic damage and it only goes up from there.
But yeah, do you guys do anything or do you just take your long rests?
I guess I'm gonna check out what the TV does and what's playing on the TV.
Okay.
Ooh, I have an idea.
Introduce Sezia to something so bizarre or so interesting to you.
Cthulhu's
Because
on the
she-
TV.
Cthulhu's on the TV? Oh no.
Cthulhu's on the TV.
Oh no. She's gonna become one with the Dark Lord himself.
Oh no.
Yes.
So the guard will just give you like a quick crash course on like TV, like this is how you change the channels, this is how you do volume. If you type in numbers, it'll bring you to a weird channel. He's like, if you need anything else, I'm right outside the door.
Thank you. I guess I'll put on
Oh, and he
The
shows you how to
equivalent
get
to-
water from the sink in the kitchen area,
oh neat.
which you've never seen running water like that before.
Magic. Witchcraft. Yeah, no, this is all very overwhelming to Sezia, and she's just trying to find something to distract herself. So TV. And
Please tell me you're flipping through channels.
I wanna say she somehow comes across like an old Jetix channel which is still playing like early onset Bakugan or some shit.
Give me Flint the Time Detective, please. I need this right now.
And or she flips to one of the more serious episodes of Golden Girls. It's like, oh, that poor lady. Just keeps scrolling through channels. Eventually comes across SpongeBob SquareMan. And really likes Patrick's Pat Thick. Because
Sajan.
Pat Thick.
Pat
Yeah.
Tar?
Yeah, Patar.
Oh no, it's definitely
Because
Pat Thick, and every time he
she-
walks, it's like SpongeBob squeaking.
she totally kins with Patik. So yeah, no, Patik is her spirit animal now, and I don't know. She's just gonna keep scrolling through channels. Just like a baby and not a baby, like a child in awe. How did
You
they
know.
capture these moments?
I was hoping that Courage the Cowardly, Yak would come on and like one of the scary moments pop up and Aki just fucking punch the TV.
Yeah, some of the channels you come across, one is showing Casablanca. Benedict and Lana is watching with you, by the way. All I can think of is Pat Thick now. Every time he walks, it's like SpongeBob's like shoe squeaking, but instead it's the clapping of his ass cheeks.
I really resonate with this Mr. Crustacean character on this show.
Oh no! Now I said that Pat Thick was kinning with. Oh no! She can't be dummy thick. No, Sezia can't be dummy thick. No.
It's canon.
It's
Oh
too late.
no!
Disadvantage on
You have
all stealth rolls.
Colonel, I can't sneak by the guards because the claps in my ass cheeks is dummy thick.
Just immediately
Colonel.
hides underneath a
Colonel.
box.
Oh, I bet they're better not hear me, and she's shivering. It's just. I gotta go. I'll be right back.
Holy
gotta go.
shit.
Listen to her walk away. Or with them.
I don't want to be like coughing in the fucking mic because I'm laughing too hard. I gotta go get water. I'll be right back.
Holy shit.
Absolutely beautiful.
All right.
Hey,
Do you guys do anything else
I'm
before the
dummy
next?
thick.
Martin would like to just now come down from the upstairs, trying to get Kurayami to give him the bedroom, and wonder what was all the commotion going on down here. What?
You walk
Bookwyrm,
into-
what you doing there, bud?
I
What-
don't
what?
know.
You walk downstairs into a typical millennial afternoon. They're watching TV, playing on their phones. Kids these days, am I right?
Oh, I
He's
know.
staring at
Oh.
the sink.
I'm also pulling all of our weapons and shit out of the bag. And they're all covered in food, just so we're aware.
Oh boy.
Is it-
I return with a handsome,
Cat.
A baby.
a big boy. Big baby.
Chonker.
This one is the dummy thick guy.
So Martin's gonna go retrieve his weapons, which are like covered in like all of like
Charcuterie.
random sticky foods and like grease and stuff, and he's just gonna like look very, very upset.
Don't worry, they told us how to work the magic waterfall. It's over in that little bowl on the counter over there. You turn one of the knobs and the waterfall just starts going. You're fine. You're fine.
I'll help
I
turn
don't-
on the sink and show them.
I don't think running
It's
water
magic.
is going to help clean off.
Hey, Bookwyrm.
Uh,
Yes,
I
Aggie.
was rummaging around through a thing, and I found a hat. I found a hat.
Wow. That's a cool ass hat.
It's a big ass hat.
Benedict said. Oh, go
I
ahead.
also found these glasses.
Wow.
They make me see red.
I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Oh no, you're. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, Benedict says, look at the magical stone. It gives pictures. Sezia, is there something with other animals than sea creatures? Sezia
Well-
just left for a second.
well,
You also have a guard outside, too, if you want to ask him questions about, like, technology.
Bookwyrm is determined to figure out the phone for himself.
Martin is furiously cleaning his equipment, trying to get
Augie's
like
gonna
all the
ask
nooks
the
and
guard why he can see red.
Well, it's because you're wearing glasses. The red
Yeah,
glasses.
but like, why are they red? Why can I see red?
Because they're tinted red.
What's tint?
Colored.
What did
Aggie,
you do?
Aggie,
Did
you know,
enchant it? Yeah.
like in cathedrals and churches, like how they have like the stained glass windows.
Yeah, how'd they do that?
They put red stuff in it.
How do
With,
they
like,
do
blood?
that?
Everyone's
I
just like,
don't-
hey,
I
well,
don't
wait a
know.
second.
The guard just, like,
Augie, you're asking the real questions.
the guard just, like, pats you on, like, the shoulder and is like, I know what'll help you relax. And then he brings you over to the hot tub outside and turns it on. And it just starts foaming. And you see all the bubbles and stuff.
Oh!
I need to go back to the whole like tinted thing
Defamation.
because it just reminded me of Rugrats, the episode where they're having a sleepover, and Tommy's like, "Hey Chucky, how do they make green jello green?" And Chucky's like, "I don't know, just go to sleep." And then he like just his eyes go, "How do they make it green?" Oh my god!
Accidental references.
he goes up to you, Captain. He's like, I see you're entranced by the sink. If you want, I have something.
Oh, you mean Martin? I told Martin how
Oh.
to use it. I did not care.
Oh. Martin's just cleaning his thing then.
In the background, Aggie has just laid down in the hot tub, like full body submerged.
The guard quickly pulls you up. He's like, "What are you doing? Are you okay?"
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't have to breathe, so just let me go.
You don't breathe.
Yeah, watch this. And Aggie lays down in the hot tub like this.
You have never seen a man more concerned in his entire life.
He proceeds to do this for the next 10 minutes.
Sir, I learn new things about Aggie every day too, so don't feel bad.
The guard is sweating. He's just like, oh my god, what is happening?
Aggie, after 10 minutes, is just going to stick his thumb out like Terminator 2 and just and then continue doing what he's doing.
The guard's just like, oh my, how is he not dead? What is happening?
I'm gonna do the I forget what the ability's called because I'm lazy and I don't feel like going to look for it right now, but I'm gonna use my fucking one ability to speak directly to him. Just be like, I am so relaxed right now, you have no idea.
I'm glad it helped.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's great. You can go, I'm fine.
He just like walks out backwards while staring at the hot tub, not breaking eye contact to even blink.
Well, good job, Aggie. You scarred a man without even touching him. Impressive.
You just hear.
I could not agree more, I suppose.
Does anyone else need water before I go? Because there's a different way to do it too. I showed you the sink, and then he takes out like a glass from the cupboard and goes to like, you know, those refrigerators with like the water in it.
Oh yeah.
He puts
Fancy.
it under, and ice comes into it. And then he puts it under the other thing, and water goes in it, and then he just hands it to someone, and then walks out.
You know, they keep telling us there's no magic here, and yet this man just produced ice and water at the same time, and I'm so confused.
There is no way that didn't use magic, right?
I mean, I heard, I saw it happen. Like, I don't know.
Like, how does this thing light up with no magic?
Shit.
Roll a d20.
Oh.
So you've been on that phone a while. 20. Battery stays the same. You don't even have to worry about it.
Oh yes.
It seems as though the battery the phone is charged by itself.
Perpetual energy phone.
I have created energy.
Benedict says, Aggie, fish incoming! And they see the hot tub and run into the run to the hot tub and jump in and transform into a mushroom fish.
Why is there a fish in here?
What did I come in on?
Flying out of the water.
So Aggie can breathe underwater.
And he scared the fuck out of the guard, too, by doing so.
He was like, watch, and then stayed underwater for 10 minutes and scared the shit out of the guard. He also showed you guys how to dispense ice and water from the fridge.
What? Huh? What did I miss? Who is coming out from the water? From where?
Oh, Augie's coming out of the hot tub that's on the porch.
Oh.
And Benedict and Lana jumped in and they were like, I'm a fish!
Okay. Alright.
And half the party is convinced that at least half this stuff must use magic. There's no way it doesn't use magic.
It's some sort of advanced arcane magic that we'll never know.
Exactly.
You good,
I have
Augie?
arcane music stuck in my head. I've had it stuck in my head for like the past 8 hours.
You good, Augie? You just made this face and then immediately just looked down. I'm just like, what's happening? Are you okay?
No, I was disassociating, and I remembered what I was doing, so that's why I looked down.
Okay, I was concerned about you for a good minute.
No, it's all good.
Okay, do you guys do anything?
Also,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm just because I feel like this is totally on brand for Benedict and Lana. I feel like they're an arapaima fish right now, which I don't know if any of you know what an arapaima is, but I will get a picture and put it in chat real quick.
Is it an Animal Crossing?
No,
That's how I know most fish, though.
it might be. I don't know. Arapaima is a 6 to 7 foot long fish that has a head
It's
that
an
is
Animal
literally as
Crossing.
strong as cement.
It's that big ass black and red fish.
Oh
with
yeah.
the,
Oh, I'm thinking the Arowana.
I'm thinking of Arowana too, because I'm like red and yellow, right?
And it can swim in
I know exactly
speeds of
what it
excess of
is.
25 miles an hour, and it hurts if you get hit by it.
yeah, imagine getting hit by that fucking thing at 25.
Jeez.
Yeah,
It's
Oof.
worth a lot
Yeah.
of bells.
Sean's face.
Yeah. Oh my god.
it's a big
I
bitch.
search Google and there's people carrying it on their shoulders. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, it is a big
Yeah.
There's
bitch.
somebody with their leg in it, and it's very graphic. As much as I would like to share that, I don't. It's not.
So,
I'm never going
for
swimming
context
again.
as to how I learned about the arapaima, I was watching River Monsters,
Oh, jeez.
and the
Oh.
guy on it, Jeremy
my
Wade, got
God.
hit in the chest by it, and it caused him to actually have permanent heart damage after that.
Oh shit.
He has a
was
heart
like
murmur now.
That's
2012.
terrifying.
Yeah. You don't want to get hit by it.
How?
I'm so glad I don't go in water.
Yeah.
You really don't.
So, there's your fun fish fact for the day.
That wasn't fun at all. That was
Scary.
a little fishy, if you ask me.
All right. What's the pun? Where is it? Oh, actually, I think now we're caught up to what the pun counter was last time. So we're good. Pun counter stays the same because it's already at where it should be.
While you're in the hot tub, Benedict and Lana just keep swimming around your face, and they're like,
Huge ass hot tub if they're
it
that
can
thing.
fit like 8 people in it.
I was gonna say we're at the penthouse suite in a really
Yeah.
ritzy
Okay,
city,
yeah.
so
Yeah. Fair.
All right. Do you guys do anything else, or do you take your long rests?
After I got terrified by the arapaima, I'm gonna go sleep.
You
I'm gonna
sleeping with
clean off
Kurayami?
my sword, and
Yeah.
everyone else's is out there too. So
Question: how long would it take Martin to clean off a sword and a dagger using only water? Because he doesn't know what that weird bottle next to the sink is.
I mean, there's also paper towel and cloth and stuff. I can imagine you just kind of and it's clean, so not too long.
He's sticky.
I'm gonna try eating the paper towels, thinking that it's like some sort of very flaky, layered Danish
Okay.
or donut.
Roll for flavor.
So that's just gonna be a regular D20
Just a
for now.
regular
I guess.
D20.
Okay. 8.
8. It's not very good.
Yeah, no.
The food at the party was better, and you know for a fact it's in Selvot's bag.
I now know that I don't really appreciate hotel food.
It feels like it's made of paper, though.
On second thought, it probably is. I'm just gonna put it back.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Nah.
So you all take your long rest, and we're gonna do a little bit of time skipping. You all take your long rest, and then throughout the day, y'all just chill at the hotel, or you go out and just kind of explore a little bit. But by the end of the day, after one of the guard who has been keeping watch over you guys kind of just comes in, knocks, and then comes in and is like, "Hi, it's getting close to the time where you were supposed to rendezvous with Nathaniel. Do you want me to take you by?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, of course.
Indeed.
All
I'm
right.
still wearing the suit.
I would say at this point, I'm probably back in my regular clothing.
Okay.
Okay.
Everyone except
Also, don't
Martin.
mind my cat.
I mean,
Martin.
can you blame me?
Martin, I think you should at least put some of your armor on, because we're going to do a thing, and it's dangerous there.
Very well.
Supposedly.
Give me 15 minutes.
You have been given 15 minutes. I don't think he was prepared for that.
Okay, done. I did it.
Okay.
Oh,
I
yes.
did it.
Um,
Proud of you. Let's go.
we have a car waiting for you guys and everything. So he takes you downstairs and he shows you to the car.
Is that the terrifying metal beast thing?
Yeah, but this time it's a limo.
That's a terrifying bigger beast thing.
It's a long beast.
Ah!
A long boy.
Snake
It's
monster.
gonna
What's
eat
this?
me!
He
Aggie. Okay.
the limousine driver opens the door and is like, "You will find many refreshments back there if you choose to divulge in them."
Are there
I
any
think it
good
will
wafers?
divulge on me.
Are there any goldfish crackers that have fallen between the car seats?
There is a fondue fountain in there.
A
But
what?
Does it have crackers though?
It has forks which you can use to put cheese onto, cheese cubes, in which you dip them in the fondue.
Cheese in the cheese?
Well, fondue
Oh,
could
it's
also
the
be
best thing ever.
choco fondue, but I think you need
How
to
about we
specify a little bit here.
don't?
All the cheese.
I mean, I don't know if Martin would, but Peter, I mean, come on.
I mean, I
We
would
would.
love that. I would like.
That was like
It's like first time like I haven't had cheese with me for D&D. It's weird.
dipping cheese in a fondue cheese fountain literally was like, you know what, that is the classiest thing I can think of right now, and that's kind of where I am.
I mean, I'd love it.
Bookwyrm definitely indulges.
Okay.
Martin
I'm
will
stuffing
also.
more food in that bag, you know. And anything we're not eating, I'm putting in there.
You
Just
also
opens the
find
bag under the fondue.
you also find in the bar a bunch of Nilla wafers.
I'm dipping that shit in the fondue.
You know, I've never had fondue, but now I really, really want fondue.
Same. I've never had fondue.
In the right context, it could be fondue.
Fondue?
Ah!
It's not even good.
Doesn't matter. Pun.
Oh my god. Can there be Dunkaroos? Like the Dunkaroo frosting in the Dunkaroo cookies?
You find some mixed Dunkaroos
Hell
in the
yeah.
mini fridge.
Hell yeah.
You're just writing down what food.
Oh no. I have an ash stick and I'm drawing Mario.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
Sorry,
writing down like puts Dunkaroos in bag.
This is just Liv's grocery list, and we're just making it for her.
Mario.
Benedict and Lana. Light made a very good point that Aggie and Benedict and Lana have to roll their stuff.
Oh yes, yes.
Okay.
Oh, doesn't Bookwyrm 2? New Day.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yes. Benedict, if you could roll for your thingy. I should get that. Yep, D12. And then, Chris, do you also roll?
Yep, I gotta roll for my portent.
Benedict and Lana, a bunch of mushrooms just kind of grow out of your body, and they are for food. You can make soup for your family.
You can put them in Captain Selvot's bag.
I'll wait
I don't
until
think
after
you
Chris's
want
roll to make mine.
Food in there.
Okay.
I don't think you want just random soup floating around in a bag of holding.
I got so much shit in there now. It's
I mean,
all
Selvot.
just food.
So, did you put like the fondue stuff itself in the bag?
Whatever wasn't nailed down in there and is edible is in
Oh my
that
god!
bag.
So you put like the bag into the
just
fountain.
just trust me, okay? Just trust me.
Jesus
Trust the
Christ.
process, man. Everything will be just fine.
You're gonna be like, oh man, we're really hungry, huh? We didn't pack any food. And I'll be like, I got you, fam.
Here's 6
Pulls out
weeks
a
worth
fist of
food.
whatever.
Now, I guess the question is, because it's a pocket dimension, does the food actually like age or
You tell
become
me,
moldy?
DM.
I'm thinking about the concept of doing the inverted bag of holding and just fucking food flies out and hits whatever you're aiming at.
Instant food fight.
That yeah.
Except the amount of food I
Essentially-
have, that would probably kill someone. So
First,
I'm gonna
toast
roll
is-
for my portent.
Oh, golly.
Oh, that's right. It is airless in there, so like.
Ooh.
That's kind of crispy.
Oh, shit.
You did a good thing.
Okay.
Damn.
All right. Okay.
Yo, we get into combat. Can I have that 19?
That was pretty
Wait,
fucking
wait.
tasty.
If I get a crit, I can smite with the crit and murder something in one shot. Let's do this.
Uggy,
Alright.
can you roll for
Uggy,
your dandruff?
return.
Yeah.
I thought it was acne.
It's Dacne. Dandruff acne. That's a 10.
Yeah, not too much grows. Just some speckles of I think topaz is one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, topaz. All right. So you guys are led. It's nighttime now. So the limousine is led to Nathaniel. You guys are led through the capital, and yeah, you're led through the capital and into Nathaniel's office, where he sits waiting for you. Again, his desk is completely unorganized. He's just looking through a bunch of papers, and as soon as you walk through, he stands up immediately and is like, "Oh, there you are. Well, welcome back. Thank you for coming."
Hello.
Yes. Thank you for inviting us back. I suppose.
He
How was your
lead.
time at the gala?
What'd you say?
How was your time at the gala?
Oh, it was all right. I tend to not like these things. I'd rather just be busy at work. So
That's
much
magic wand.
to do. And he leads you over to a table with some schematics, like a map on it. And he's like, so this is where we are, and he points to where the capital is. So the idea of the plan is, well, if my intel is correct, I would like an impartial group, which is you guys, to go and bring their leader in, so we may try to come to a conclusion as to this war between us, without any bloodshed. That is my preference. Please bring her in alive. And of course, by doing so, you all would be hailed as champions of Mars, absolutely, for helping us resolve this. What I need you to do is... Oh my god, I actually have to find my notes, I hate it. I'm so sorry, I'm a mess.
Okay. No worries.
Is Gucci.
Take your time.
You're actually following notes. It's better than like a lot of DMs.
Don't worry,
gotta
I'm illiterate,
stretch.
so it's fine.
Go to the YMCA. Get that blood pumping.
So basically what you must do, and he takes like a little figure and he puts it on the capital. You must walk, we'll start you off around this area, and we'll have you walk down, we'll have you walk straight for 5 blocks, turn right, and then walk 2 more blocks. And then he explains like what a block is. Like, if you walk like between streets is 1 block. You'll be looking for an ordinary looking house. You'll just go up to the door and knock 2 times. And then you'll be asked for a password, which is honeypot. From there, they will take you into their hideout, and you will be able to hopefully take the leader without any fuss.
So she hasn't already agreed to parlay?
No, she unfortunately would rather fight. And I'm just looking for not a fight.
And you simply just want her to come in, you have a nice discussion to see how you can settle this reasonably and peacefully, yes?
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna roll insight.
Okay. In the
You just
meantime,
use phones.
Benedict and Lana are like, so how do you know what the person looks like? We've spoken in the past. She is a woman known as Winry, and she is half bear.
That's mean, Liv.
Actually have stats for this though.
I like her name.
Nathaniel is very earnest in what he says, and you really do believe he just wants to have a good old chat.
Okay.
Stop eating the mic. Stop it.
Mics are for eating, though.
No, he's like,
Just like plants, apparently.
Wants to
and
play.
everybody knows
single,
how
like,
happy I
crumb.
am.
Our cats
Mics
eat
are for
fluffy.
bleh.
Wants to put her right into it.
Where's Jasmine?
Hold on.
Is there still a
Benedict
boy-
and Lana had a thing real
There's still
quick.
a child over here.
So you want us to capture them. Is there anything you want us to tell them specifically? Do you think there's any way of influencing them with something that you can promise?
We can
Got her.
offer them safe passage within the capital, so that way they come on, or so that way we can just have a civil discussion. Not sure what I would offer, but that's these, Hannah. Benedict and Lana shows him the mirror and says, hold on to it for a moment and think of her.
I'm being groomed.
Oh, Jasmine!
Lucky.
Oh, I want to give her little
Aw.
kisses on her tiny baby forehead.
Oh, speaking of babies, I have one
Cute.
behind the Star Destroyer.
He's
This low key hurts like hell.
You don't love sandpaper just being brushed against your arm very
Ah.
forcefully?
Best feeling. Come on.
Listen.
You
She's
aren't
gonna
living
eat
life
my arm.
unless you get bathed by your cat.
I fucking guess.
Orion's gotten
just
so
pop
much
off,
better at being
Jasmine.
picked up too. Oh, he's so fucking small. Oh.
Nope.
There you go.
Good
Didn't
try.
hide.
Come on, I was warm. Oh, there it goes.
Whee!
Yo, he rolled high as shit on his
Just like-
dex. God
He's like,
damn.
fuck this, I'm out.
He said, fuck this shit, I'm out.
What
Hey,
happened?
why are you trying to stand
If
on
any
my
cat
booby?
could destroy a Star Destroyer, it would be Orion.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, he actually tried. While Peter was building it, he tried grabbing it and pulling it out to eat it.
Oh my god.
Naughty.
He does all of the bad things.
Peter, can I recommend you put that
saw.
away? I just saw it move a little.
Yeah,
That's because son of a bitch. All right.
that's because it tipped.
Hi, Orion. I know, your dad's so terrible. He picked you up.
How dare.
The
Oh,
audacity.
stress levels 100%.
What happened,
Yeah.
Peter? Of course it did.
Did the base come off of it?
See what happens when we're a dummy?
So he doesn't just keep it on the bed 24/7? Because,
Y'all don't just sleep around it.
Spent $700 on this. Do we see now why we don't keep putting it on the bed and we just leave it the fuck alone?
That fucking thing looks like it's an Arapaima.
I legit thought he like kept it at his computer desk, so we had to move it to use his computer. Are you telling me he just moves it because he wants to show it off on stream?
That's
You
exactly.
could build a fucking computer inside that thing.
Yeah, you can.
If you really put your heart into it and put things in the proper place, you could have a full running computer.
You
I'm
probably
surprised
Oh,
melt
you
it,
So
but yeah.
cool.
I
Gotta
don't know
make
if
sure
Legos
the-
have a particularly high heat tolerance.
Yeah, I was gonna say you want to make sure those Legos don't melt. I mean, they're strong enough to take the fucking ocean,
He's killing
so
me.
I assume that they should be okay with a little bit of heat.
I'm gonna deal with that later.
You're killing me. Can you at least
literally.
Can you at least
Mhm.
close the bedroom door?
Yeah.
The little ghost moon.
Don't mind me. My cat just enjoys having his butt slapped.
You're fine.
I mean, same, right?
Slap that ass like a drum.
He loves it so much. He's so fucking weird.
Bingo.
He looks
bongo.
back at me like, "Why'd you stop? Keep going. I want to keep hitting you, dude. I have my fidget toy."
So Nathaniel takes the mirror and he's like, are you talking about Winry? And then immediately an image of this woman with golden hair.
Don't play with the pen, dude.
Oh, I was wrong. A woman with long dark hair, usually tied in a side ponytail. And she has little bear ears on her head like these.
That was so cute. Jasmine just like took her entire body weight and slammed into me.
Oh, baby.
Aw.
But yeah, now you guys know exactly what Winry looked like.
Okay.
I will keep the face in mind.
Do you do anything else before?
Winry's the bear?
Mhm.
Winry the poo. Winry the poo. I love her.
Was that on purpose, Spooky?
It
or
wasn't.
no? Oh my
It
god.
wasn't?
No.
How did you do that by accident?
Last name is Goldilocks.
I didn't make a last name, so now it is.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna go up to Nathaniel. I'm gonna ask him. So I noticed that your soldiers, your guards, have these really big guns. I'd like one.
Are
wait.
you trained? From what I've
Yeah,
seen,
I have a pistol right here. I show him the pistol.
Captain.
The little flintlock.
I don't think you'd be used to a weapon quite as advanced as this, and I think maybe showing you another time might be in order. But as for right now, and seeing as you're headed on your mission, maybe right now isn't the best.
Well, I think, when in Rome, you just, do as the
No, we're on
Romans
Mars.
do.
You want to roll persuasion with disadvantage?
I'd really like to roll persuasion.
With disadvantage.
With disadvantage? Oh, this is gonna end terribly no matter what.
Do I roll insight on that?
I got a 9.
I usually do, but that's just
Yes.
me.
Natural 20, baby. Didn't even matter what you got.
She.
Damn. Well, I mean, if I got 2 20s, then y'all would have to hail me as the king.
Look at me. I have a machine gun.
I'm
So
so
does
sorry.
8d8 per round.
Maybe another time we can show you how to use one of these weapons.
Okay, I suppose we would come back after this.
I would hope you come back.
No, I mean after. Anyway, yes, another time.
Come back to the conversation, you mean?
All right. So you guys all pile into the unsuspecting van.
That was a limo.
Yeah, you got to go into an undercover car now.
Oh, right.
You all pile in, and then you're taken to the area where Nathaniel said it was going to be your drop location.
I don't like the sound of that drop location.
Where are we dropping?
Sounds this. I just got done with the fucking 4 nights.
Am I farther than
Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't been able to listen at work.
The
you?
same.
Holy shit.
I've had like a solid 2 weeks where I haven't really been able to listen at work. So
Holy
that's sad.
shit. I'm farther than you.
yeah, what are you at right now?
I know who the hooded figure is.
I might be. I'm catching up. Are you at like 25 or something?
I'm well into the 30s. Hold on.
You're into the 30s. Okay.
I'm on 35.
Where am I?
I'm on
Okay.
42.
I was off
Jesus
by 10.
Christ.
I'm on 22.
I'm
Sean,
at the
you're-
interlude right now.
You're like 1 day ahead of me, Sean.
I listen to it while I'm streaming in the morning. It's nice.
And you learn a little about D&D on the way.
I don't know if they're the best teachers, but yeah.
I mean,
They're some of the most lenient. I'll say that.
I will say, because they're so lenient and just having fun, they've helped me chill immensely and get me out of my own asshole of like, this needs to be serious, guys. We need to follow
Yeah.
every single rule like Critical Role.
Again, nothing has to be like Critical Role. It's so boring if everything's the same, man.
Yeah.
I
You gotta
get
break
that.
some rules. You gotta get lenient with things. You
I
gotta
get
bring your
that.
pets into it at some fucking points.
Yeah, Dungeons and Daddies helped me chill. And now we're
Yeah.
having fun.
Good.
We were always having fun.
I
Yeah.
hope so.
We were.
I hope you all
Our-
have fun and don't hate me afterwards, because my anxiety's a bitch.
No, you good.
Don't worry. The only person I hate is me.
That's not allowed.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
It's too
sorry.
late.
Bob, that's
Hannah, you're running a
illegal!
really good game. You're
You have to
running
go
a
sit in
really
the
That's
good
shame
too
game.
corner
late.
now.
Bentley also enjoys it too, because he loves getting the fucking attention. You know, right?
We always appreciate cats on stream.
I kind of
I would bring dogs, but the dogs are not here right now. So
Oh, babies.
yeah.
All right.
I just realized that
My
Redeemers is
cat's
still
hiding in the basement like a gremlin.
My boys are on the couch and cat tree respectfully. Well, they don't do anything respectfully, but that's where they are.
Oh,
Oh,
Benedict and
that's
Lana, that's
nice,
really
Light.
cute.
Hey, Chris.
It's very fun to play D&D with everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you, Benedict.
I got a pre-order, buddy.
Pre-order, buddy?
What?
I pre-ordered the Elden Ring Collector's Box G Fuel.
Ooh.
Oh,
I want to play Elden Ring so bad, but I can't. I don't have the RAM for it.
Sedge.
Sag.
Do you think a goat would be a great alternative?
Yes.
Goat?
Goat, ram?
I don't know if that counts.
Ah!
I got it, but if you had to explain it to
So
everyone
sorry.
else.
Aw. You're so confused.
Holy shit!
You don't have enough rams, so you need to get a goat instead.
Oh, ha! Ha!
Honestly, I thought it was a joke about the mount in Elden Ring because the mount in Elden Ring kind of looks like a yak.
I was gonna say, is there a fucking goat in Elden Ring that I get to fight? I'm gonna be really sad because I love goats.
Goats are so
There are some
amazing.
wandering around. You don't have to fight them though. You can kill them. It is optional though.
No, I want to wrestle with them.
I ran into a tortoise, and the messages around the tortoise just said, "Don't."
When I found that tortoise, it just said dog.
All the messages around the tortoise just say, "Don't you dare," and that's all it says.
Yeah,
So they're like, "Now I kind of wanna."
I
got
haven't played this
dog
game.
and friend.
Oh my god.
Okay, but here's a classic: try finger, butthole.
Butthole.
I keep forgetting that's a thing.
First message I found in it.
Yep. First message was try finger butthole, and then an immediate message that said try jumping off a cliff.
Oh.
And then there's all the messages about illusory walls.
And then of course that message is surrounded by bloodstains.
Yeah.
I'm hearing the Devs
anyway.
had fun.
Oh yeah.
All right, so you guys are let off on your location, and just as told, you guys walk 5 blocks, turn right, and then walk down 2 more. As you do, the people whose houses you're in just kind of peek out the curtains, and you can tell there's like an anxiety of people who walk out past night after curfew.
Is that what they call groups of people out here? They call them anxieties?
Oh man, I certainly do.
Oh no.
Same.
So you get to the door, what do you do?
I knock twice
Okay.
and say honey paw.
Honey paw?
Is
Honey
that what it
pot?
was? Honey
Honey
pot?
pot.
Oh, honey
No.
pot.
So
Well,
some
No, we gotta figure it out. Honey pot. Let's get it.
All right, Selvot gets run through with a giant, like 8-foot sword.
So they open the door and they peek in. You can see a little chain lock out there, so you can't just immediately burst in. And they're like, "What's the password?"
Honey pod.
And then he closes the door. You hear it unlock, and he's like, "Come on in."
And
As
we
you guys
stroll
walk
under?
in, he leads you down into the basement. From there, he moves a like a wardrobe kind of thing, and behind there is a cave. And you can see intricate little tunnels that lead houses together. And from there, there's like a little alcove or like hidden area where you guys see a table and a bunch of not refugees, but like people from the resistance. There's men, women, they that mayhems, children, and they're all surrounding this this table. And at the head of it, you see a woman with dark hair who is exactly from the mirror. Dark hair with a side ponytail and barriers. She looks up at you. Well, actually, you walk in and they're all talking, and you hear Winry. She says, "The governor is starving. These 3 sections in particular," and you see her point at the map. "We cannot afford to feed both ourselves and them. Make sure to divert rations from the reserves here and here," and she points at different things. She looks up at you guys and she's confused and concerned. Next to her is her cub. Oh, I actually accidentally gave her the wrong name. Winry was supposed to be her child's name.
Well,
I
Well,
kind of thought that was the...
Winry the Pooh is sticking now, so
well,
make
her
it
child
work.
is now Isabella. The mom says, Isabella, would you be a dear and go into the other room while the adults talk? And Isabella just goes in, cowers behind one of the guards who escorts her gingerly to the other room. And she looks up at you and she gets kind of serious and she goes, "So, who are you? Are you new recruits?" I'm just gonna look at what Light said. Oh, yeah. Benedict and Lana back away and just kind of stand against the cave wall because bears. So are you new recruits? What's going on?
Do we still have that guard escorting us?
I
No,
don't think
as soon
so.
as you were at the
No.
drop point, they drove away.
Okay.
It's like,
I'm
"Peace,
afraid to
we're
say
out."
anything because I'm not very diplomatic.
Bookwyrm's gonna back off and stand next to Benedict and Lana.
Martin is second guessing how wonderful the governor is because he did throw a really nice gala, but like he's starving people. But he did throw a really nice gala.
I'll be the first to just kind of approach a little bit, and
As you
you
move
may not.
as you move a little closer, you notice immediately everyone tenses up. Some people don't immediately draw out their weapons, but you see their hands hovering over where guns could be.
I'll freeze. Personally,
Okay.
we were.
Go ahead.
Do you want to say something
No,
before I do?
you were first. I'll
Okay.
let you go.
We were sent by the governor on business to bring you to him for a conversation that I don't think you'd be too happy to have with them.
As soon as you say conversation, she snickers a little bit. He's never wanted a conversation. How much is he paying you?
Were we paid for this?
We
Got a
were
nice suit.
given a lot of their currency, yes.
I don't really use this currency. So I could really care less. Personally, I'm from my standpoint, something's fishy, and I want to know your side.
All right.
I want to know what's going on here because I've heard and seen everything that's gone outside of those luxurious doors, and I have a feeling something isn't right, especially with the ambitions of our dear governor.
She is going to do a insight check on you just to see that you're genuine.
Yeah.
Which
Don't
I'm
really
sure
know.
you are, so like
Yeah.
even with a 15, she's like, yes, okay, they're genuine. All right. If you really want to know what's been going on here, the Governor Wintergreen was elected under the premise that he would uplift our city from the depression and keep our people fed. Instead, under his reign, he terminated his own term limit, declared a state of emergency, and extended the length of his term indefinitely. He diverts food from the farmers and sends it to the capital, where he holds expensive galas, raised taxes on those in poverty while lowering taxes for the super elite, and anyone who speaks out against him vanishes in the night, starting with my husband.
Nah, that makes sense. I got hit on
That's
the
all
head
we
as soon
need
as I
to know.
walked in here.
That's all we
Let's
need to
get it.
know.
I
I'm
like
gonna
the
turn to the
gala.
party and just. I may not be the wisest, but I had a feeling that we were being played by Nathaniel.
But I
Would
like
it?
the gala.
I know the gala was pretty fucking rad. Not gonna lie, but this is a bigger matter than a gala. This is what seems to be a group of struggling people who deserve to be fed, be taken care of, and, in all honesty, be governed properly and not by whatever I heard. Can you tell me more about your husband? What happened to him?
You immediately notice this sadness in her eyes. She tries to hide it, but you can tell this is a touchy subject for her.
I'm sorry.
My husband...
I just want to know as much as I can so I can help.
No, of course. My husband was a respected journalist who reported on the corrupt doings of Nathaniel Wintergreen. He was having a peaceful protest when Wintergreen's policemen were disguised as fellow protesters and tried to turn it into a riot. When my husband tried to stop it, he was immediately arrested and within a few days was publicly executed as an example. Ever since then, if you speak out against the governor, you mysteriously disappear. Ever since that day, my daughter and I have had been in hiding. I've been striking back against the forces that govern this nation, doing what I can to help my people, taking back some food so that way we have it in our bellies. But most importantly, I'm just trying to help my daughter.
That's understandable. Well, I can tell you this. I'm more than willing to help. I've been in similar situations, not personally, but I've seen it back where I'm from. And nobody deserves this. We'll do what we can. But I don't have much to offer in food, and I'm just gonna pull out Dunkaroos that I had snatched from the limousine. This isn't much, but this is my peace offering.
Oh, don't worry. I have plenty to offer for food, and I'm just going to start reaching into the bag and pulling out handful after handful of food, like all of it out of the bag onto the table for them. Everything.
She just kind of looks at you. You can tell that there's this hunger in her eyes, as if she herself hasn't been eating to make sure like her rations went to her daughter. And she's just like, this is very, very appreciated.
Oh, don't worry. Apparently, it's yours.
How can we help? I feel a bit guilty for allowing the governor.
She raises her hand up to like motion, hey, stop. Nathaniel puts on a show. That much is clear. It's not surprising to me that some of you had been fooled by him. He tends to flaunt around his riches, which he'd gained since becoming the governor. And that tends to easily win people over. If you're looking to help us, we're trying to end Nathaniel's reign. I'm sure he told you that there's no way I would peacefully go to him. He is looking to execute me and my daughter as well. And I can tell you that that was a lie. As soon as I'm brought in, I will be beheaded just like my husband. If you want, we can stage a plan, seeing as you're here. Do you know how much he trusts you?
Quite a bit so far.
Probably not at all.
No, quite a bit.
I feel like he wouldn't suspect us of doing anything.
No, he trusts us. Have you seen what we look like? By the way, here's some cheese.
We look like bumbling buffoons. We don't know how to work any of this apparently not magic stuff.
That he threw us into this situation
Okay.
so suddenly, yeah, I'd say he trusts us.
Hear
But
me
he
out.
also didn't give me a gun, which
Hear me
I
out.
really wanted.
He definitely sees us as buffoons, but it's good that he sees us as idiots, because then he basically just guarantees us his trust, and then when we bring him like a Trojan horse to infiltrate his office and fucking smack that ass like a drum, then everything's good. Do you see what I'm saying? Also, here's more cheese. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Aghi, how did that make sense?
I didn't take the dandruff off today, and I think I have 2 extra brain cells because of it.
Aside from smacking the governor's ass like a drum, I'd honestly
I have
like
4 arms. I'm gonna clap them cheeks. I'm just saying.
Can I just say here's some cheese. I'm sorry for your loss.
Have an egg in your trying time.
I need fan art of Aghi holding like some cheese and going, here, have some cheese in this trying
By the way,
times.
in
happening.
case you're wondering, he pulled out a whole wheel of cheese from the bag and handed it to her.
I don't know where my pencil is. Oh,
God.
there's
God,
Holding it with
it's
all
fucking-
4 arms like a spider.
I know it's a little late. Can I do insight on Winry just in case?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right,
Excuse me.
21.
After-
That's a lot
After the
better than
police hit him
mayor.
in the head,
The
Aghi
governor.
100% trusts Winry.
Which I
Benedict
get,
and
you know,
Lana
just-
Entire time.
are
Fair.
asking if Captain would share the rations as well as he treats us like kings, but he kept us at bay and then shivers. I guess I'm using a
Do I have
persuasion, but
ration? I have
she's
one
she's
ration.
really just telling you the truth.
I mean, I
Um,
believe it. I believe it. Kelvit's, Selvot's
Kelvit?
that super
Yeah.
Kelvit.
I think what
Kelvin.
Benedict and Lana meant by the rations was all the food you stole from the gala.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Oh
that
yeah,
was the whole.
that's
That was the
listed for
plan
a
the
while
entire
ago.
time. Steal as much food as I can, and buy our way in if necessary.
So she rolled a 19 in persuasion.
She continues to tell the truth really well, I guess.
I gu-
Yeah,
I
I
guess so.
guess. Like
Again, not very trusting.
So, you do believe everything she says.
Okay.
You believe that there is this honesty more than what you got with Nathaniel.
I know.
I was typing that before the captain was giving away food. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
I need a image of Aghi real quick. If somebody could DM me that.
Yes, I got you.
Oh, it's in
There-
the players' chat.
Yeah, there should be one in players.
I'm already looking and it's not there.
Oh no.
Okay, give me 1 second. I will send it to you.
Danke.
I'm gonna share the shit out of that. I hope you know.
What? Have
Uh,
cheese in these trying times?
Yes. That is my favorite fucking thing. Winry looks at you guys and says, "Can I make a suggestion?"
Of course.
Seeing as he's so trusting of you, what if you were to bring me in unlocked handcuffs and we surprise him?
I like what you're thinking.
By surprise, do you mean like murder him in his own office, or
I mean, we could.
I don't
Considering.
feel good doing that, but like
Murder, probably not, but we could definitely bring him to justice.
I don't know.
Okay,
I
you
kinda
got
like
the,
murder idea.
You got the Aghi.
we
I
could like
think
Wait, murder?
no murder, murder bad.
Captain, you said something about a gun?
Yeah, I tried to get one of the guns from the guards, and they wouldn't, give it to me.
She
Can't
immediately
imagine
snaps
why.
her fingers. Someone brings over an automatic pistol, and she goes, "So this is what you do."
Jeez.
And she pulls back, and then she's like, "This is what you do. You aim, and then you point." And she teaches you very quickly how to use a gun. And you're like, "Oh, this is kind of like using my old one, except I don't have to use any what is it? What is that dust?
Gunpowder.
Yeah, gunpowder.
Black powder.
It's like an easier version of that, and she gives you a gun.
Winry, I want you to know that you are my new favorite person.
If you help me take back my city, you'll be my new favorite person.
Captain, see if you can get more for the rest of us.
Martin here would also like some, and maybe some of the rest of us.
I would never ask, please.
She
Please very
looks
much.
she looks at Martin very judgingly, and her face basically says, He's never held a gun in his entire life. Why would I give him one?
Which
I-
hand should I hold again?
That's
Can I
okay.
see
I
the
already
little-
have a gun, and I just hold out my topaz.
Can I see the little projectile that those things like fling out? I just want to see one of them.
She gives you a bullet.
I'm gonna hold on to this, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
That's a terrifying thing that just happened. We're gonna find out later.
I really want to see Aggi.
Oh, he's gonna use deflect
Flip it.
missile with it.
I was gonna
No,
say,
no,
flip it in the air and then
no,
punch
no.
it at them.
It doesn't have to deflect. I'm gonna flick it.
Oh my god.
Augie's fists actually are guns.
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna just fucking yeah.
I'm waiting to see it.
Benedict and Lana do not trust the bear lady still.
All right. I also have a suggestion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any rope?
Hold on.
Maybe.
I think I
believe
actually
I
do.
Should.
I actually looked at my inventory earlier before we came here, and yes, I do in fact have, I think, at least 10 feet of rope.
I have 50 feet of rope.
As do I.
Excellent. So instead of using those hand things that you said, we could just tie your arms in rope, and I can use an arcane lock, a new spell that I just learned,
Okay.
and I can release it at any point. So just give me a signal, and I'll release it.
How? A spell?
Oh, yes, that's right. I forgot.
Ooh,
I like
show
this
them the
idea.
phone magic they have here.
And I cast light in my hand.
Intriguing.
I like this idea. I like this idea. I saw this once. I saw this once when we were performing. There was this one guy. His name was Bon Bolo, and he took his buddy named Dubaka, and they had Dubaka all set up in chains, and it made it look like he was the prisoner when really they broke in and fucking just bonked the guy on the head. It was great.
What would
And
help?
Bon Bolo and Dubaka made it out.
What would help is if you wore helmets that you can't see out of.
Oh no. I got a problem wearing anything that like covers me because then I can't sense things.
You know,
Like
that's
the wind.
fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. Your arms look very good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I had to go sleeveless or else I couldn't feel the wind.
That's fair.
Hmm.
It's really hard drawing arms crossed and then drawing another pair holding a thing of cheese. But I'm trying.
All right. So,
Benedict and Lana ask if they see any plants.
you see roots because you're underground, but no plants necessarily. Did you guys
Alright,
want to
then.
ask any more questions?
I want to have a solid plan for when we, do necessarily surprise Nathaniel.
Okay.
What time? How are we going to do it? What are we going to say for deception? Who's going to be the one lying? Because I certainly can't lie.
Actually,
Of all
being a bard,
times,
I
not
can't
have
either.
Kurayami.
I know.
All times, not have Casey right.
I was actually
Casey.
going to say, did we wanna? Do we wanna wait for Kurayami?
We can either wait or I can run the mechanics. I'm not gonna roleplay Kurayami, but I can run the mechanics of Kurayami.
I would rather hear Kurayami because I know exactly
That's totally
that's going
fair.
to be fun.
Oh yeah. That is 100% fair and I'm here for it. So yeah, we can definitely wait for Casey on
Do you
that.
guys at least want to make a plan before?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can make a
Well,
plan.
I was going to ask, Winry, do you have any idea of what you're going to do? Because we are marching you into the lion's den, so to speak. Sorry, there's an iron in the corner. Sorry, I didn't mean to. But do you have any idea of how you're going to survive this?
She just pulls out her gun and just kind of cocks it.
I respect that.
That
I'm
is
not
very
going
persuasive.
I'm not going to get in between whatever drama. No, actually, wow, that's a fucking shitty way of putting it, Sezia. I'm not going to get. Wow, I'm gonna just say it again. I'm not going to get in the middle of your murder on Nathaniel, but may I recommend that rather than killing him, you make him face the the more dire consequences of his actions.
Make him let the townsfolk like on
Trial.
him.
Before
No
anything,
trial. Just like
Just-
pitchforks, fire, like the whole shebang. Just
Like
before
I
anything,
assume.
I would like to see him behind bars because I would rather him face punishment than condemn him the same way that he killed my husband. However, if he attacks us and force is needed, and I feel like he will, then I will be defending myself.
That is understandable.
See that in self-defense. That's smart. I like that. Let's get it.
Oh, we can hide her gun in the bag of holding.
Yeah, we could do that. That's a thing that we can do. They know what the bag of holding is.
maybe. I mean, we did use it at the gala, so like
Yeah, but they-
everyone saw Captain Selvot like putting a whole like fucking turkey inside the bag or
And
something.
the question is, did they? We never did
Consider
a sleight
this-
of hand
do-
check, so
do they know what it is? Just because they saw it, to them it looks like a hobo just stacking food in a bag. Like
Hey, I'll have you know, I was wearing a very dapper sailor outfit.
it was
Okay?
a very dapper hobo just stuffing a turkey into a bag.
I forgot about that.
Like, we don't know. They saw 6 fucking weirdos walk in and just fucking start doing some shit around a whole big party. They don't know magic. That guy got scared that I can talk to him through his brain. Not only was I doing that, but I wasn't breathing, which, keep in mind,
Yeah, you are made of air. Yes, that is true.
yeah,
Does that mean you're always breathing, not never breathing?
I don't want to think that hard. Don't make me do that. I don't want to think about the internal combustion of my
You're combusting?
brain shut down. You made me think too
Oh,
much.
there goes those 2 brain cells.
Yep, there it goes. My brain
The,
stopped.
the,
The
the little
topaz
gems
just
in your
falls
brain
out.
just
Yeah, it literally just starts to crumble off.
Clicks on the
We
floor.
now know a safe way to remove it.
Hi, Bookwyrm! Where are we?
Oh, he's back
Anyway,
from
my point is, we're not going to be able to march in, do
Aggie, we're
something
going to
awful
overthrow
to
the
their
government.
leader, and then leave. There's going to be contingencies for this. I should know. I've taken out a few people in my time.
Wait,
But
what?
usually they have a. Don't worry about it. Usually they have like a second in command, a
Then we take them
hierarchy
out.
of some sort.
Then we take them out.
We're taking the cops out? Wait, what?
Destroy a government, let's go!
I'm saying we need to have some sort of diversion too. Can you rally your troops to maybe like? Can we give them a signal of some sort that for them to do a thing that creates a lot of noise, a lot of commotion?
I
Okay,
believe I have an idea.
okay, I'm gonna hear that out and then I'm gonna say mine.
Do you want to go first? You
No,
Okay.
go.
So, what if, as we're bringing you in, I was gonna call you Winifred because I have a squishmallow named Winifred. Winry, when we're bringing you in the shackles, can you have your people riot at the fact that you've been captured and create a distraction while we come upon Nathaniel face to face and possibly have him to ourselves? And which, in that case, all of us would be able to take on him and any other bodyguard that he may have there. They don't have magic like we do. And
Okay.
I'm gonna look very confidently at our magic users.
Okay, that was considerably better than my idea. My idea was to get that big like metal beast thing that we came here in, and I was gonna run it into his office.
I don't have the animal handling for that.
Just an animal,
do
though.
I?
Yeah, but we don't know that.
I'm not confident, but I'm not confident that I can't do it. So I think I can maybe do it.
So Winry talks. She's like, I like the way you're thinking. I think tonight would be the best night to bring me in because he's expecting you guys to bring me in. And my people can certainly cause a distraction. Let's say if we are to arrive at 10 o'clock, that's when we start shooting off fireworks at the center of town.
Sounds like a good plan to me. Who'll keep the children safe?
We have a separate bunker to hide the children.
Good.
Benedict and Lana says we let the roots grow a bit to show we have magic too, mostly to calm ourselves, and keeping away from Winray. We shiver in fear of the bear lady on the wall. Yeah, we have magic too.
I would like to comfort Benedict and Lana. I'd just like put a hand on them. Like, hey, it's okay. It's okay.
Tinder also like warmly rubs their leg a little bit. All right.
That is a plan. I'm totally still not drawing, doodling things and not taking notes. Who, me? No.
You're
I mean, I
fine.
only started taking notes tonight, so I think you're doing fine.
Y'all were taking notes? I was busy drawing Aggie offering cheese.
I forgot
in the
for at
chat.
least like 2 months I have magic bullets, so like yeah, I started taking notes.
Okay, so do we want to explain what the plan is again? Because both myself and Bookwyrm were reading our spell book.
That's fair and on brand.
I was gonna say
So-
thank you for being in character, Chris. I appreciate it.
It's like, huh?
So
Sorry, what was the plan?
we bring in Winry while all of Winry's people cause a riot outside that they've been captured. We go up and speak to the governor, and we kindly arrest him, which
we
he
speak to
will
the
hopefully
governor.
not resist, while his guards are distracted.
After this, I'm assuming you'd like to leave. We leave the rest of this business to your hands, Winry, or would you like help recovering your state?
I think once Nathaniel is put behind bars, everything will fall into place.
All right. I have a very good friend named Kurayami who could definitely whip the police force back into shape if need be. She was able to root out a lot of toxicity and abuse within that system, so I wouldn't wish that upon you or your people.
Oh my goodness. I just realized Nathaniel probably didn't do anything about that.
I doubt he did. I doubt he did.
I'm gonna punch that man.
We can all punch that man. We can all punch that man very hard and repeatedly.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Now, I heard rumors about someone within the police force causing a little bit of a ruckus. That was you guys?
Well,
No,
Well,
no. We didn't do it. Didn't do it. It wasn't us.
Nothing
Absolutely
bad.
yes.
It was all Kurayami's fault.
No.
Actually, yes. Yeah, credit where credit is due. It was pretty much just Kurayami.
I'll have to thank her.
It was.
That was enough to give us a little bit of a distraction so we could move some people safely around town.
Good.
Oh, it's a good thing we're not in trouble for that. Good.
Why-
Yeah. Kurayami
They don't
did that.
like the guards. Why would they be upset about that?
I don't know. I just lost 2 brain cells. I don't know what's happening.
It's okay, Aggie.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you. Can I get a high five? Thanks, buddy.
She
Appreciate
stands
it.
before you guys, and before you go to head out, she's going to, because I also gave her Inspiring Leader, where she can spend 10 minutes inspiring her companions. Choose up to 6
Yes.
allies that you can see or hear and understand you, and each creature will gain 13 temporary hit points.
Oh,
I'm
is
gonna
that
think
where
of a
I got
speech
those from?
really quickly. It's not gonna be 10 minutes, but I'm gonna think of one.
So I was asked to give inspiration to 2 people.
Okay.
Okay. So I was also told that I need to do this to the song Drop Some Money. Or money rather. So hold on, let me get the thing so I
Actually,
read this
all
correctly.
I can think of is us calling Casey while she's at the airport and being like, "Can you just be a Karen for a minute?"
So to Sezia and Bookwyrm,
Okay.
both Aggi and Kurayami are going to dance to Drop Some Money, dropping all my money. And the line that Kurayami is going to say is, "'Cause we finna steal from the rich and give to the poor."
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna correct that. I don't know exactly if that was Kurayami saying that, but we'll just say that it was, both of them or something. I don't know. But both of them have bardic inspiration.
oh yes.
Who has bardic inspiration?
Bookwyrm and Sezia.
Hell yeah.
I'll take it.
So I was just confused as to why you'd be dropping money and not like picking it up.
Benedict and Lana are probably refusing the effect of the speech because still afraid of bears.
That's fine. If that's the case, I'll have the speech be given to. We're gonna, because I think Kurayami's with you guys. So Aggi,
We'll say yes.
Bookwyrm, Kurayami, Martin, Sezia, Captain Selvot. How many people is that? 6. Cool.
Oh yes.
So y'all will gain 13 temporary hit points after I give a beautiful speech as Winry.
Let's see. Temporary being 13.
It would not make sense to receive inspiration if we fear her. That's fair.
Yeah.
So Winry stands before you guys. You were all sent by the governor to capture me. And yet, after seeing the destruction that he wrought upon us, you've seen within your hearts that it is not safe for him to continue governing this town, or this country. Yes. That was Hannah, by the way. That was not what she was supposed to do.
That's okay. That's okay. You're doing great, sweetie.
I'm trying my best.
It's okay. You're still my natural 20.
I'm your
As it
natural
blows out.
one.
Ah!
After seeing how he starves and abuses my people, which you witnessed firsthand, it would be safer for everyone here that he be behind bars. I respect you all for coming here and looking to help us out of the kindness of your hearts. And I thank you deeply for wanting to set things right. I hope that we can make you guys proud and be a better country together.
See, this is what we should have gotten at Nathaniel. But this bitch deserves to rule.
Oh, I don't know about ruling.
Not ruling, governing? Leading?
Someone will need to
Inspiring?
step up.
We'll hold
Someone
an election.
will need to step up if we actually take him out, so...
You see Winry get a little bashful, and she's like, I mostly just stepped up to try it, I'm not much of a leader. It just kind of happened with my husband.
Are you
doing
kidding?
good.
After
You're
that
doing
speech,
good.
you're a natural leader.
Yeah, that was pretty
Indeed.
good. That was pretty good. Pretty solid. Pretty fucking
Makes me really want to kick some governor ass.
So
Not gonna
you
lie.
all have 13 temporary hit points.
Hell yeah.
And don't forget that you all long rested too.
Okay.
We
It's
got all
weird.
our
I hit
stuff
the
back.
long rest button.
You hit long rest and then you confirm it.
I
Yeah.
did, and I'm still at like 81 out of 94. But I also don't know how I got up to 94.
Nani.
That's weird.
Oh wait, my temporary hit points, by the way.
Oh, maybe Casey had a spell and also inspired you guys, and maybe that was it. But after the long rest, that should have gone away, I think. I don't know.
Back anyway. I'm gonna have
Okay.
to double check my HP afterwards because if I'm looking on my like editing thing, it also says max hit points 94. So
I was supposed to be at like 101 and now it's telling me I have 115. Is that true? Let me remember. Just gonna add 13 temporary for now though.
81 plus 13
Yes.
temporary hit points is 94, from what Benedict and Lana say.
yeah, no, I realized that. Yeah, I don't know because I didn't mess with the editing stuff.
So I guess the
so I have no
question
idea.
here is, are we having Kurayami come in at the airport just to Karen us out?
I
Uh,
was
Is Casey still in chat?
Oh, I have no clue.
she boarded her flight. I'm not sure if they have left yet.
That's fine. If she's not
Not in
busy.
chat.
Or I mean if she's busy, then that's fine. I'm not
Be
sure
funny.
what you guys would be talking about though. Like I guess like when you bring her in and you're like, yo, the jig is up.
I mean, I guess we could just like have Kurayami like lie our way up to him, up to the governor.
That's what the having your hands thing is.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to do?
as much as I want to do this, I also really want to wait for Kurayami because I just want to see what happens.
It
But
will be fun.
if everybody wants to continue, I think I have something in mind.
I'm leaving this up to you guys. If you want to continue or if you want to wait.
I want
to wait.
I
Honestly.
kind of
think
want
of
everybody to
waiting
be there
too.
for the big bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If that's the case, then we'll end and we'll pick this up next week. How's that sound?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that sounds great.
Sounds good.
I'm really excited to be on the side of Winry. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really want to see how it goes with everybody.
I felt so bad because y'all were like, I'm nervous. I don't know what I'm doing. What's happening? All we know is Nathaniel and we don't trust him. And I'm just like, shh, it'll happen. I'm sorry.
I trust him implicitly. Wait, no, never mind.
Gallards were fun, but dude sketchy.
He gave me a suit. I am happy.
All right.
Makes sense.
I am
Simple
going
Martin.
to end the stream if that's the
Okay.
case. I hope
Mhm.
everyone who's watching has a wonderful, magical night. And we'll see you guys later.
Night.